Alright, you guys voted for it, so here it is, Game of Thrones news for this week. Make sure you listen all the way to the end of the video to learn how you can win a copy of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. As I'm sure you guys already know, a teaser trailer has been released for Season 6. It's all old footage we've already seen, so there's no new footage, but there is new voiceover from the actor that plays the Three-Eyed Raven and also from Bran. The Three-Eyed Raven begins the teaser by saying, "We watch, we listen, and we remember. The past is already written, the ink is dry." Then it cuts to a lot of terrible things that have happened. The Red Wedding, Arya going blind, Jaime losing his hand, and a few not so bad things. Or maybe just creepy things. Then we see Jon Snow bleeding out, which quickly cuts to Bran with his eyes all white. Bran says, "They have no idea what's going to happen." Some people have taken the last line, "they have no idea what's going to happen," as a bit of a poke at book readers, saying, you know, you have no idea what's going to happen this season, even though we kind of do, because there's been lots and lots of leaks and drones taking pictures and videos, and I'm still a little hopeful that we're going to see Winds of Winter for April or March. But I think the most fascinating part about the trailer was Bran saying, "They have no idea what's going to happen." And I took it as him saying that the others are going to breach the wall and all the lords in the Seven Kingdoms squabbling over power and land and all this other stuff are going to be totally blindsided by the undead coming down and just wiping them out for the most part. But it could actually be quite a few things. It could be Bran is actually looking at something in the past, let's say the Doom or some other time period, let's say Robert's Rebellion, and him saying, "They have no idea what's going to happen." And then the Three-Eyed Raven saying, "The ink is dry, this is already written, we can watch it, we can learn from it, we can remember, but you can't do anything, you can't warn them." And really, there are tons and tons of theories that have spawned from the little bit of voiceover we got on the teaser trailer, and it does deserve its own video, but I feel like it's probably already been done at this point, so me doing it would be a bit of a repeat. Next, the actress that plays Melisandre has returned to the set of Game of Thrones in Northern Ireland this week for more Season 6 filming. On her Twitter account, she has shared some photos from the set and a video of herself walking through the mud. In other filming news, Game of Thrones has returned to Shane's Castle in Northern Ireland for more Season 6 filming. It is believed, but not confirmed, that a scene being filmed this week involves Grand Maester Pycelle and Qyburn, along with unconfirmed other actors. Reports indicate that it's taking place in Qyburn's laboratory, and some of the cellars in the castle are being used for it. A gentleman did tweet to Irish Thrones on December 1st that a friend's daughter is a child extra in this scene. That could mean at least one child is involved in the scene, or a random internet person is making up stuff for shits and giggles. And there's a lot of wild guessing as to what this scene could be, and it could be tons of things, and I'm about to get into a book spoiler, so if you are a show-only watcher and you do not want any potential spoilers for the show or any idea of what could happen, there should be a little icon on the screen right now that says spoiler. Mute the video, plug your ears, just don't listen, and then when the spoiler icon disappears, you can unmute or unplug your ears. Alright, ready? So here is my thought on Pycelle being in Qyburn's laboratory with a small child. We know that Pycelle ends up being assassinated. Could this be the way he's killed? He's killed in Qyburn's laboratory with one of Varys's little birds. That's the first thing I thought of when I heard that a child is in Qyburn's. Well, my mind went to a couple other darker places that a child could be doing or being subjected to in Qyburn's laboratory, but I'm gonna go for the more friendly version, which is it's just Pycelle being assassinated and Qyburn is helping one of Varys's little birds, which then opens up a whole slew of other theories and where Qyburn's allegiance lies. But like I said, this could be a million different scenes. It's not necessarily Pycelle being assassinated or by Varys's little birds, if we're even going to see them this season. So, I don't know, what do you think? Besides that, we have lots of filming in Northern Ireland and also in Banbridge. There have been sightings of Unsullied. Some of the scenes that are being filmed this week, reportedly, again, it's not confirmed, are some of the scenes in the Three-Eyed Raven's cave and some scenes at Castle Black. Jon Snow or Kit Harington has not been spotted for this week of filming at Castle Black, which makes sense if they've already filmed his resurrection scenes. Let me have this, don't take it away from me. He would obviously not be at the wall anymore. People stabbed him. He's probably, you want to know what? I'm gonna GTFO. I don't feel like this is the best environment for me. A new Lord Commander, men of the Night's Watch obviously, have been spotted, and a new Lord Commander makes sense because they're not going to put the man they just killed back in charge. Might be some conflicts of interest there with, you just stabbed your Lord Commander to death, he comes back, he's probably not too happy with you. And the rumor is that the Lord Commander is someone that we've already seen at the wall, so I think we're all pretty much on the same train of thought about who's the new Lord Commander. On George R. R. Martin's end this week, he was asked a few questions and gave very non-committal answers, and really answers that we already know. When asked if he'll ever write in the A Song of Ice and Fire universe outside of Dunk and Egg in the last 2 books, he stated, "That's too far in the future for me to worry about." When asked if he will be writing another installment of Dunk and Egg right after Winds of Winter, he replied, "Don't know." In a similar vein, when asked if A Dream of Spring would be the last installment in the A Song of Ice and Fire world and the last we learn of it, he wrote, "I don't think that far ahead." Such a tease, George. He did give a definite answer when he was asked if he ever sees anyone else taking up a pen and writing in the A Song of Ice and Fire universe. He responded, "I don't see anyone else ever writing legally in that universe." Which isn't surprising given what we know about George and his opinions on fanfiction or people writing about his A Song of Ice and Fire universe, or really any author's work in general. He was also asked if we're ever going to visit Sothoros ever again, or Sothoros, George, and he responded, "Not likely, but I never say never." So there's a teeny bit of hope there. In other Game of Thrones news, Game of Thrones has been nominated for 2 categories in the WGA Awards that will be celebrating outstanding achievement in television, news, radio, promotional writing, etc. during 2015. The 2 categories Game of Thrones is competing in is Drama Series and Episodic Drama, which will be the Season 5 finale Mother's Mercy. The ceremony takes place Saturday, February 13th. Lastly, Game of Thrones and Omaze have partnered up. You can enter a raffle for a chance to win a VIP tour of the Game of Thrones set in Northern Ireland. The tour includes a trip to the armory, the costume department, and a chance to sit on the Iron Throne set piece. There are a variety of donation levels, and the donation levels at 25 and up also include rewards. All money is donated to RED, an organization trying to end the HIV/AIDS epidemic. So that is Game of Thrones news for this week. I will make a Game of Thrones news video every week when there is enough news to actually make a video. Besides that, you can come back for more Game of Thrones history videos, Star Wars videos, comic videos, and Walking Dead reviews. I want to give a shout out to Lowder Shirts that supplied this awesome Marine Cock Merchant shirt. Thank you so much. They actually have a lot of other cool shirts in the Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and other awesome geeky genre. But lastly, I wanted to talk about your chance to win a copy of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. All you have to do is write in the comments below your too long didn't read for either the book series or the Game of Thrones series on television. So an example of a too long didn't read comment you can write below would be something like, "Too long didn't read. A bunch of people fight over a pointy chair, and then a bunch of undead people come down and decimate everyone," or anything similar to that. And your too long didn't read can actually include your predictions for how the series will end. So it doesn't have to be just for what we've seen so far. It can be too long didn't read, a bunch of people fight with each other, and then Jon Targaryen gets resurrected and bitch smacks everyone. So thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe, like, and come back for more videos.